Let's talk about positioning for a crew of two. Let's discuss positioning in the front court when offense is running a half court offense. General position for a crew of two. This diagram has our lead working at the close down position, which is the position just slightly off the lane line. I would recommend working at the 3 foot mark, which is the post up position, so that allows our lead official to have a wider view and be able to make position adjustments as opposed to having to move. This is a great starting position for our 12 at the 28-foot mark and working more toward the sideline by being on the court unless the basketball forces our trail to go to the sideline. By observing these general positions, our lead and our trail and our crew of two can keep all the action inside, as most action in high school basketball and most levels of basketball will be just outside 3 point arc or inside the 3 point arc. Play one. This is outstanding positioning by our two officials. Our trail official is at the 28-foot mark and in. Our lead official is in the post-up position. All the action they are able to keep in between the two of them. This should be a model how we position ourselves as officials in the half-court offense in the front court. Play two. For the most part, in this particular play, our lead and trail observe great positioning. Our lead position is in post-up position, where he can make position adjustments and take subtle movements as necessary, depending on how the ball reflects his movements. Our trail is in pretty good position. We may want to get a little closer to the 28-foot mark so we can keep more of the action in between other players and between the two officials, as well as get to a particular position where we don't have to officiate the back of the offensive player. Overall, our trail and our lead officials in this play do an outstanding job with their positioning. Here's a hint. Whenever your game is being videoed and you are in a team that's running the front court offense, if one of the two officials is not present in the video, more than likely the positioning of the said official needs to be adjusted. Play three. There are several occasions in this play where our trail official will have a closely guarded count while the ball is being held by the ball handler dribbler. There is no way that the ball handler dribbler, the primary defender, your partner, and even the other players on the court know that you have a closely guarded count. Why? Because our trail is so far out on the court near the division line that he is refereeing the backs of the offensive players. We must start our position as trail at the 28-foot mark and work in or out as the ball dictates so that you are visible to the players and to your partner. Our lead position is in a pretty good position to place. Our lead is in a wide position because most of the action is on lead side. Play 4. Remember what we said earlier that in a video, when a team is running a front court offense, if you are the trail official and you're not present in the video, that means your positioning is not good. Remember, in general position, our trail should start at the 28-foot mark and work in or out as the ball dictates. We see our trail is nowhere to be found in the first part of this play. We must always be present so that we can be seen by our partners and players on the court. The impression it will leave is that our lead will feel as though he or she is responsible for all 10 players in the front court. Play 5. Our trail in this play has a great positioning. I would even submit that our trail, if he just stays at the 28-foot line or in, he doesn't even have to really move so much. He can just make position adjustments and let the ball dictate his movement. Our lead is way too wide and almost not present in this play. Our lead should come in much further, somewhere in this play around the D in Greyhounds, so he can at least be at the wide position or between the N and the D, so he can be at the post up position in this particular play. Our lead is so wide to the point in this play that he is refereeing the backup players. Play 6. We would like our trail to come inside the 28-foot mark. It's all the action is inside the lane. Our lead is too wide, and because our lead is so wide, he's officiating the back players. All the action that takes place on the rebounding is in the lead's primary coverage area. Play 7. This is perfect positioning by Trail, as he is able to officiate all the action in his primary and will be able to even assist with the foul which occurs in lead's primary coverage area. Our lead is too close to the end line and too wide. He's not able to effectively referee all the action that has occurred in his primary coverage area. And once again, he is refereeing the backs of players, which forces our trail official to come in and correctly call foul on the action that occurs after the rebound. Let's talk about positioning on throw-ins. On the front court throw-in occurring on the end line, our lead must be close enough to our thrower where he's able to hand the ball to the thrower and take a step back and officiate all action that occurs in his primary coverage area, specifically the lane. Our trail official usually would be well served to take a position at the 28-foot mark to be able to assist lead with all the action occurring within the 3-point arc, as our lead also has responsibilities with the inline, the thrower, the defender, potentially defending the thrower, and other players. For this front court throw-in taking place on the end line, our lead should administer the throw-in by handing the ball to our thrower and taking the position just a few steps away from the thrower so he can officiate all action occurring in the lane and the rest of his primary coverage area. Our trail does a good job of stepping in just outside the 3-point arc to assist lead with all action occurring. Our trail official wants to be just a couple of steps off our thrower for a sideline throw in the front court where he or she can make a good bounce pass to our thrower. Our trail has responsibilities regarding the sideline, the thrower, any defenders who are defending the thrower, and all action coming towards our thrower. Our lead official wants to be in either the close down or post up position to be able to help on all off ball action occurring just outside the 3-point arc and inside the 3-point arc. This is outstanding work done by both officials on this sideline front court throw in. There's really nothing to analyze. All players are in between both our officials. Our drill official expertly conducted this front court throw in, and both officials are able to see all action occurring in between them. Well done. On backcourt throw-ins, our trail official will want to make sure that he is close enough to the thrower where he can watch all action occurring with the thrower, any defenders of the thrower, and any defenders and offensive players in the backcourt, but not so close to the thrower where he or she cannot administer a very good bounce pass to our thrower. Our lead official will want to take a position between the division line and the 28-foot mark in the front court if there is indeed pressure by our defense. If there is no pressure defense being exhibited, then our lead can simply go to his normal initial starting position along the end line. This is great work done by our trail official in administering this backcourt throw in. There is not much to analyze. Let's talk about positioning on free throws. Our lead official will administer free throws by bouncing the ball to our free throw shooter. Our lead must take a position along the first lane spaces before administering the bounce pass. Our lead will take a position along the end line, anywhere from a close down to a post up position with the last free throw shot. He may also do this with the first free throw shot. Our trail official must take a position from the 28-foot mark all the way to the top of the key because our trail has numerous responsibilities with free throws as well, as we will see in a couple of plays. Our lead official does an excellent job of administering the free throws and giving a good bounce pass to our free throw shooter and occupying a great position during both free throws. Our trail official is too high at the back of the free throw shooter and needs to be a little closer to the 3-point arc. Our trail is responsible for our free throw shooter and the first two players to the right of the free throw shooter. If our trail were in the proper position, then our trail would not have had to move as you see here for substitutions. Our trail simply would have been able to turn around with his head, see that the substitutes were waiting to come in, authorize them to come in, and then move forward with the last free throw shot. As you can see here, our trail is talking to the coach. At this point, our trail needs to refrain from a conversation with the coach on the last free throw and observe his free throw responsibilities. As our lead calls his foul and becomes the new trail, let's notice where he reports the foul from. He reports the foul inside the 3-point arc, as opposed to coming outside of the 3-point arc, which will be his reporting area, reporting the foul, and simply be able to turn around. Similar to the first play, our new lead will do an excellent job of administering the free throws to our free throw shooter with a good bounce pass and take great positions to monitor all players in the lane spaces. Again, as similar to the first play, our new trail needs to take a better position by coming closer to either the 28-foot line or just outside 3-point arc to be able to officiate and cover the free throw shooter and the two players to the right of the free throw shooter. By not taking the optimal position, you can see again that our trail official has to move in order to let substitutes into the game and players come out of the game. As a trail official, if you take an optimal position during free throws, then you will not have to move for substitutes coming in, players going out, as well as being able to effectively observe your responsibilities during free throws.